First of all, I'm going to start with an illuminating moisturiser. This is actually by Soap & Glory. I've used it in a couple of tutorials and I really like it. It's the Bright Hair Bright Now Instant Radiance Energy Boost Balm for all skin types. Now, it may kind of be a little bit scary because they say it's like brightening and you automatically think there's a glitter and shine in it. But actually, it's just pearlescent. It's really lovely. So, nice for kind of alternative to a primer. It just looks like this. And this will not only serve as a nice base for makeup that you're going to put on top, but it'll also shine through the foundation. Kind of give a nice pearlescent glow. So as you can see, not too scary, just a little bit of a glow. I'm now going to take the Maxfactor CC Colour Corrector Sticks. I'm going to take 2 of these. These aren't out yet, but I will link my review that I did them down below if you're interested. And they are just there for kind of problematic areas of the skin, redness, under eye circles, dullness, but I'm just going to use 2 of them. I'm going to use the green one to counteract some redness, and I'm going to use the under eye circles one. So these are actually supposed to be put on before you put your foundation on. They just work a little bit better. I'm just going to apply it straight from the stick. This is the under eye circles one, a little triangle like this, and this is just going to counteract any blueness, anything that may be peeking through that you don't want. And you can put your concealer on top after you've done your foundation if you want. So, very attractive. I just use my finger to blend this out. Okay, so it may look a little bit crazy at the moment, but it won't when we put our foundation on. As I said, I'm going to take the Correct Redness one from Maxfactor also, and just put this on any red bits I may have. Usual areas really, spots, like so, and then just blend it out the same way. So that's that. The foundation I'm going to put on is the Revlon Nearly Naked. The shade I have is in 110 Ivory. I really like this foundation. It just, I don't know, it's my favourite drugstore foundation that I've come across. It's kind of like a hybrid. It's really kind of smoothing and kind of satiny, but it's not, doesn't look too cakey, but it does cover. And I'm just going to take the Makeup Geek foundation stippling brush just to apply this. You can use whichever brush you like, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to pop that on. I'm now going to do my eyebrows. I always like to do those first before I put on any other makeup because I can then kind of see, especially eye makeup, the kind of shape I'm going for. I know a lot of people like to do them after they've done their eye makeup, but I just think it kind of gives a nice frame. So the palette I'm going to use for that is the palette I've been using for ages now. It's the Angelz High Impact Brows. And you can get this in Debenhams. I believe it's about £15, £20. A little bit pricey, but there is a lot of product in here, and it's pretty simple. I mean, you can get things like this from Sleek. But I do like this. You get every single colour you could like, and you can mix and match them. Black all the way to kind of like the blonde. And if you don't normally do your eyebrows, I would absolutely recommend giving it a go. Especially with powder products like this because they're very easy. I mean, you could just use a matte kind of brown or blondish eyeshadow if you don't have anything like this palette. You don't need to go and buy this palette. And that would work as well because I think as long as you use kind of a light hand, they're kind of the best way. I like powders for my eyebrows. I think I've tried pens and brow inks and everything, and it always makes me kind of look a little bit scary, so I would suggest if you don't usually do your brows, use a powder. And it's easy to correct as well. If it goes wrong, just brush it out. So for the eyes, it is important to use a primer. Everybody knows this. If you don't have one, you can just use your concealer, and you can set it with the powder that you use. That would be fine. I'm going to use the Urban Decay, the original. I'm just going to use a little bit of this. You don't need too much. So I'm going to take the Makeup Geek shadows predominantly today, and you can get those online. I'll link everything I'm using down below, as well as where you can buy it, etc. And I think I'm going to start. This is called Winging It. I have no idea, but I think I'm going to start with Shimma, which looks like this. It's this really nice shimmery kind of pearlescent here. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to apply that, what am I going to apply that with? Let me see. With a blah, 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 an E55 from Sigma. Just a flat shader brush, any eyeshadow brush will do, doesn't matter. So I'm going to take Shimma from Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to pack that over the lid. I'm then going to take the colour Homecoming from Makeup Geek, which is kind of like a silvery taupe. It's beautiful. I'm going to take that, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to pop that just the outer portion here. And just blend it slightly into the crease. And I'm going to take Creme Brulee, which is just a matte, kind of, what is that? It's kind of just a light brown matte on a Zoeva crease brush like this. And I'm just going to pop that in my crease. It's just kind of like a satiny, pale off-white shade. Doesn't have any shimmer in it, but it's not completely matte either. And I'm going to take that on this Sally Hansen brush. I'm just going to pop that just up there. Just like so. So pretty simple. I didn't want to do anything too complicated because, you know, you've got other things to worry about rather than fiddling around with complicated eye makeup for when you're getting ready for your prom. So I am going to put a little bit of Homecoming underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to use a little pencil brush for that. This one's just Zoeva one. Doesn't matter, you can use anything like. I'm going to put that at the outer portion. Kind of just mirroring what we did on the eyelid. Like so. And then I'm going to take Shimma, which is the shimmery colour we used all over the lid. This one here. And I'm going to put that just in the inner corner. Bring that over a little bit. Now, full liner, you could just leave it like this. You'd be fine. Full liner, I never think like an eye look is done until you put some liner on. That's just me. If you don't want to, you don't have to. That's totally your call. I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet pencil in black velvet because this is kind of smudgy and smoky, and it's kind of meant for looking a little bit messy but still kind of done, if you know what I mean. So you don't have to be too precise with it. And I'm just going to put that on my top lash line just to kind of give the eye a little bit of definition. As I said, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm going to use the pencil brush that I used underneath my lower lash line, and I'm going to smudge this liner out a little bit because that's what it's for. You're supposed to take this liner and kind of make it a bit smudgy. So I'm just going to do that so it doesn't look so harsh. I am going to wear falsies today. You will be shocked. I know. I never wear false lashes ever, but I thought, you know, special occasion makeup, I probably should. So I'm just going to cut my lashes and I'm going to apply just a coat of any old mascara. I'm going to use the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast. HG. I'm just going to apply one coat of that, and then I will apply my lashes, and I'll show those to you in a sec. I'm now going to use the Vintage Cosmetics Company Gracie lashes. These are very cute. I like these. These are very cute. They actually came in a Lovely Beauty box. So they look like this. They're very, very cute. I like them. I don't think I'm going to need to cut them either, so that's quite good. Oh my god, this glue is awful. It's actually stretching. It's like I don't know if you can see this, it's like a stretchy glue, it's horrible. Anyway, just ignore that. So like that, and then I will press them down so that they don't go flying all over the place. I'm going to use one of the Urban Decay, the new loose heavy metal glitters. This one is in Pyrotechnics, and it is this beautiful iridescent white. It's got some pink, it's got some blue, it's got some purple, and I'm going to use the Bondage makeup adhesive to apply that, and I'm just going to put a little bit underneath my lower lash line. I'm I'm going to dip the angle brush into a bit of the Bondage adhesive so that I can pick up the glitter. I'm going to dip some of that into the cap where I put the glitter. Tap it off a little bit and smoosh that. And move my little lashes on top of that makeup adhesive. Especially for pictures, it'll just catch the light beautifully. I really like that. My concealer under my eyes, just before I apply my mascara to my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using the 17 Phwoarr paint in Fair. It's just because it's got really good coverage, so I'm going to apply that with a Creme brush. And be careful not to knock any of the glitter down, so you just kind of want to tap it on. I'm then going to set my under eye concealer. I'm going to set that with a loose powder. Which is this one here. This happens to be by Cosmetics a la Carte Silk Ready Superfine Powder in Ivory, but this is expensive. You don't have to use this one, you can use any powder you like. And I'm just going to set that with a little J Glamour fluffy brush. And it is important, doesn't matter which powder you use, but it is important to set your under eye concealer because it will crease. Okay, I'm going to use that same powder all over my face. As I said, use whichever powder you like, it really does not matter. And for that, I'm going to use my Kiko powder brush, which I love it so much. And just a light dusting of that. Don't need too much. Okay, so for the cheeks, I'm going to contour just a little bit with the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in Sunny. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just think it adds a little bit of definition into the face. It just looks like this. I'm going to use the Makeup Geek angled stippling brush to do this. Just a little bit. Around my temples. Just so it looks like I've got some sun, even though I haven't. Then for my blush, I'm going to use a La Femme blush. You can get these from Love Makeup and places like that. I'll find a link down below. This one is in Stormy Rose. And I'm going to use a stippling brush from Zoeva to do that. And then tap that off on the back of my hand because I don't want too much. Just a light colour for the cheeks. Don't need too much because the eyes are quite va-va-voom. For my highlight, because I think it's important to use a highlight, I'm going to use MAC Strobe Cream. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. Any kind of shimmery colour. You could use the same colour that you used on the lid, the Shimma. But I just want to mix it up, so I'm going to use this. It's just a very nice person cream, but you do not need too much of this if you own it. I'm just going to tap that on. You could use a beauty blender to blend this out if you like. I'm just going to use my fingers. Very pretty in person. It's gorgeous. I'm going to keep the lips very drugstore because I've used some kind of expensive products on the eyes and whatnot, so I wanted to kind of at least do one nod to drugstore. So I'm going to take one of the Revlon lip butters. This one is in Strawberry Shortcake. And it looks like this. It's beautiful. I'm just going to pop that on. You don't need lip liner with these. I'm going to apply the Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker XL Extreme Plump in Pink Out Loud, I believe it's called. Pink Out Loud. I'm just going to put that over the top. And this is like a tingly, extreme plumpy one. It'll look lovely in pictures to have a really like glossy lip. And then finally, I'm going to finish off, we got there eventually guys, with a makeup setting spray. This is the Urban Decay Chill makeup setting spray. NYX do one, e.l.f. do one, and also MUA do one, so you don't have to splash out if you don't want to. I'm just going to use this to lock my makeup in. And that is the finished look guys, we got there eventually. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. Complete list of everything I used will be listed down below in the description box. If you missed anything, it will be down there. And yeah, I just think this is the perfect look. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do, but I knew I wanted to do something that was kind of universally flattering for any dress shade, because I think if you're wearing like a really bright dress, like a turquoise or a pink or something, maybe you just want to keep your makeup very neutral. So, but still with a bit of glitter. I think everyone can get away with glitter for prom. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any other prom tutorial requests, please leave them down below because I'd love to do those for you. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful prom. And even if you don't want to wear this to prom, you just want to wear it for like a special occasion, let me know. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.